Hey, welcome to Drawing with Mrs. Burke. Today we are going to be drawing a Stegasaurus. This is what we're drawing today, a Stegasaurus. So for our drawing today you will need a pencil, an eraser, I can't find that yet, hang on, an eraser, a marker to outline with. You will need a black crayon, a brown, this one's a brown, this one's called raw sienna. I use that to emphasize some darker colors in brown, so you could still use brown, just make it darker, and some yellow. So you need a pencil, you need an eraser, you need a marker, you need brown and a darker brown, or just use brown, heavier, and a yellow. So go get your paper and put your paper landscape this way. So let me show you where my paper's at. Okay, so you see my top right there, top, bottom, side, and side. Okay, our first thing we need to draw is the body of the Stegosaurus. So we are going to draw, it just kind of looks like a big lump of a rock, like this. That, draw, it's almost like a half circle. Draw a half circle. Then we're going to draw his head, or her head, however you want to do that. So the head goes about this far up from the bottom. You will be coming back to here. So if you want to write your little spot there and here, that's where we're coming from. You kind of come out straight and then get a little bigger and then back in. To me at this point it looks like a turtle. So this is the body, the head. Now we're going to put four legs. We're going to put the two back ones. One, two. Put two up here. Three, four legs. Now we're going to do the tail. Now the tail, the bottom of the tail will be here, and we're going to put the top of it right here. So we're going to do a loop like that, and then it comes, I can't do that with you. You can't see me draw it. It comes down like this. Okay, we have our body, our head, our four legs, and this one, I want this one to be a little longer. That's why we have erasers. Okay. Now, we have our tail, and then we're going to put the spikes, the bony plates on his back. Okay? Now, I'm only going to do some. You can make it more extravagant if you want. Extravagant means fancy. So I'm going to start with the bony plate on the middle. Now they're like a triangle, but a soft triangle. A hard triangle would be like the lines are really sharp, right? See how this has a more soft side? So now I'm going to do some more. This one, then this side, and I'll go down here and do this side, and this side. Then I think I can do one more here, and one more here. Right, so when I do it and I start here, it seems to fit better because I can go here, do one on each side, then do one on each side, then I'm fitting them better and more even spaced. If I start here and go this way, sometimes the last one ends up being really tiny or something. This way you can do it a little bit easier. So now we're going to do the eyes and the mouth. And we are going to do the spikes on the tail. He did have spikes on his tail. Okay, we're going to do this spike, this spike. Now this is a very simple drawing of a dinosaur. That's what these drawings are for, is for you to be able to draw one simply. And I'm sure you could find one that was a lot harder online, but isn't it fun to be able to draw something that you've always imagined you could draw? Okay, let me see. We're going to do some like nails. Just do 3, their toes. Let's do 3 toes here. Okay, the next step is to outline. Outline in black. Everything that we drew, you outline in black. Everything we drew. Everything, we need to trace it in black. This helps our drawing be more polished looking, more finished. That's another way to say polished, finished, right? Did you know that the name Stegosaurus means roofed lizard? And a Stegosaurus weighs between, or he did weigh between 7,000 and 10,000 pounds. Ooh, that's a lot of pounds. It ate plants and grasses, which means it was an herbivore. And did you know it swallowed rocks? And they believe they did that to help them digest their food. It wasn't because they thought it was dumb. So actually the swallowing of the rocks helped them. Okay, now that I've outlined, I'm going to put a little dot in there for the eye. Okay, now that we're done with that, we're going to erase all of the pencil marks, because you see, like right here, there's pencil you see, there's extra pencil here. We want to get rid of that. So you erase all of the extra pencils that you see. So I usually just go over everything with an eraser, because sometimes you don't notice the pencil, but it's there. And if we just erase it off, then it's done. And a Stegosaurus was known to be taller than a school bus. It was tall. Not as tall as some of the dinosaurs, but its brain, even though he was tall, his brain was only as big as a dog's brain. And you know, some of our dogs are pretty small, right? Yeah, so he was bigger than a school bus, about as big as a school bus, but his brain was the size of a dog's brain. Okay, here we go. There we've erased. Oh, we forgot this one. I can see the toes. I can see that. Alright, now we're going to color it. Now, as I was looking at colors of Stegosauruses, they were green and brown and gray and those colors. That's what they assumed they were. So I did mine a green. I don't know why I didn't grab a green. I didn't tell you to grab a green. Grab a green. funny of me. Okay, so what we're going to do is color all of this and his tail, his head, and the legs, the feet green. Then we're going to do some effects on it to make it look a little not so green. So we're going to just color lightly all of his body, his head, and his feet green. Now if you wanted to color it brown, that's fine. Guess that they were that color too. They were kind of a rust color, which is kind of an orangey brown. But the spikes, I'm doing a different color. I mean, not the spikes. Well, the spikes, yes, different color, but the bony plates I'm doing different. Okay, some of this got a little darker than the other, so I'm making it even. Even it out a little. Okay, is that even? Pretty much. Now I go on to its head. Now I'm going to keep the white in the eyes white, not color inside of there. Be careful of that. Unless you want the insides of his eyes green. Up to you. Okay. We have his head. Now we're going to do his feet. His legs. Sorry, not his feet. And I had colored his toes black with a crayon. If you wanted to use the black with a marker, you could do that when you were outlining. And right now I'm getting a little bit of green in those toes spaces, but I can go over that. Okay, so this is also green. Okay, now we've got the base color of it. Now I'm going to take this black and we're going to color in his toes. Now you might have already done the toes with the marker. That's fine. And maybe you didn't want to do his toes black. That's fine too. It's your picture. You can do with it as you want. Okay, so I have his toes and I'm going to color his spikes black as well. Okay, and so now I've got his toes colored black, his spikes colored black. Now we need to color his bony plates. And I colored them a basic brown first. So color each of the bony plates a basic brown. And then we'll come back and we're going to do some things to those colors to make it look a little different. Let me tell you some more facts. A Stegasaurus had 17 plates on its back. Did you know that? Now here we have only drawn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now if you wanted to draw more so that there was more you could see in between here, you could draw them like this, like that. See how you could do that? Yeah, you could do that. But I didn't in this picture. But you could. You could do that. So a Stegosaurus had 17. Now I don't know if they always had 17 or if they're just saying they usually had 17. And these spikes were used for self-defense. You probably guessed that already. And I wouldn't want to be hit by one of those. That would hurt. And the state of Colorado, the Stegosaurus is the state dinosaur of Colorado. Huh, didn't know that. The Stegosaurus is the state dinosaur of Colorado. Okay, now we have our basic colors. We have brown, bony plates, green everywhere else. Now, I thought that looked a little blah, so I wanted to make it a little different. So now I had us get 3 other colors. Remember, the yellow, the raw sienna, or a deeper brown. I think that's all we did. Yep. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to have you do a little bit of yellow in here. Just a little. Just go over it. Can you see the little bits of yellow coming through? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let me adjust. Let's see if I can see it better. Ooh, that's better. You can see this. Do you see the yellow better? I can see that. Okay. Now I'll do it in his legs. Get the yellow in there. Do it in his face. And if you look up pictures of Stegasaurus on Google or some kind of encyclopedia, there's a whole bunch of different colors. Okay, so see that little hint of yellow in there is nice. Now I took this raw sienna, which is kind of an orangey brown, but you wouldn't have to do orange. You just do brown, darker. And I did like some stripes kind of on his bony plates to give it some character, so that he wasn't just brown. So go through on the bony plates, do some kind of pattern. So I'm sure they had some character, some curvy spots, some design of some sort. Okay? Now if you wanted to go through and with a little bit of orange or something and do it there too, you can. But this is what we have for our Stegosaurus today. Hope you enjoyed drawing with Mrs. Burke today.